to a close, but the Brahmas score the only goal. Interesting, 5-3.
And that's our story here in Lubbock. We'll take a break. Upcoming.
When the party is hot, look for the silver shine of a frost-brewed Coors Light.
Friday, February 16th, join Dallas Mavericks Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash at the Fort Worth Convention Center for the Brahmas and the Lubbock Cotton Kings. The game starts with Nash and Nowitzki dropping the ceremonial first puck at 7:30. They will then be available for autographs during the game. Receive $3 off tickets at the Convention Center box office with any Mavs ticket stub. Or you can purchase $13 and $15 seats at all Metroplex Albertson stores. Or by calling Star Tickets at 888-597-STAR. That's Mavs Night with the Brahmas, February 16th.
Introducing the all-new Silverado Heavy Duty. The most powerful heavy-duty pickup you can get. And the 2001 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Silverado Heavy Duty.
I was rear-ended by a drunk driver. The next day, I was hurting. I called Miss Herds about the accident. Even Miss Herds herself, when I spoke with her, professional, nice, a person that you would really want to know at a time like this. I didn't think of how much money I would get. What I did get, I was very pleased.
I'm Jill Hers, and I'll change your opinion about lawyers.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Lubbock Municipal Coliseum. I'm Charlie Hodges, the radio voice of the Fort Worth Brahmas, and I'm joined this period by Justin Cardwell, the captain of the Brahmas, and Justin, the only member of the Brahmas to be sent to the All-Star game this year. Your feelings about how things went in Odessa?
Oh, they did a great job there in Odessa. The league and Odessa should both be commended on a wonderful job. It was a good game. Unfortunately, our side lost 10-8, but I think the fans and the players I know had a great time, and it was just a great show overall.
And you got a little post-game recognition, too.
Yeah, I did. I was fortunate enough to have a pretty good game, got a goal and 4 assists, and got the second star. So that was pretty exciting for me and my wife. So, and to represent the Fort Worth Brahmas so well at the All-Star game was pretty nice.
And you're one of the Brahmas who actually lives in the Metroplex now. You are a resident of Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah, as of this summer, my wife got transferred down to Arlington, so we've been fortunate enough to have a great time in Fort Worth. It's a beautiful city. We just love it, and looking forward to having a good summer here.
How did you get here to the Brahmas? I know that your wife was transferred here. How did things work out to where you hooked up here?
Yeah, just she got the call opportunity in Arlington. I got Ken Karpuk's number through a friend. Called him up and asked him if they still had a couple jobs available for the Brahmas. He said, yeah, I'd love to have me come down. And about 3 weeks later, we were in a van with a U-Haul, packed our stuff up and headed down to Fort Worth.
And you wound up the assistant coach to begin the year. How does that play into your responsibilities as a player? Not only are you the leading scorer of this team, you're also the assistant coach that guys have to go to.
Yeah, I'm sort of in between the coach and the players. Guys will come to me if they have problems that don't want to go to coach. Some guys, tend to be a little nervous around the coach. They'll come to me, if any league issues or anything like that. But mostly I'm just a player trying to do my job out on the ice and to help this team get some wins.
And before coming to the Brahmas, where did your playing career take you?
A little bit everywhere. I was in last year in Greensboro, Providence for a little stint, and then traded to Greenville for a great playoff run. The year before that, of the Canadian national team, and the year before that in Chesapeake in the East Coast Hockey League.
How does the Western Professional Hockey League compare to the East Coast League? A lot of people say the East Coast is this great league, but there's good hockey here too.
Oh, definitely. The East Coast, is renowned for a solid league, 28 teams, and a lot of them are affiliated with the NHL level. But this league has great players. Jason Firth's all-around player, probably one of the best minor pro hockey players around. And whether he was in the East Coast League or this league, he'd be a great player. And there's a lot of other great. Kyle Reeves, another great player we'll face tonight. Great players are in every league, and it's just as long as the guys play hard every night, all the leagues are pretty comparable.
I know it's been a tough season for you, not really personally because you're leading the team in all the stats, but as far as the team's concerned, it's been rather tough. How have things gone what have y'all had to do to cope with all that?
Yeah, it's frustrating. You know, personal stats are great and all, but everyone wants to play in the playoffs. Everybody wants to win a championship, and that was our goal in Fort Worth, was to get the championship to Fort Worth, and things obviously aren't looking that way right now. And, you know, guys just got to stay positive. It's tough in our situation, but, you know, we're still getting paid to do a job out here. We've got to go to the rink every day excited and put 100% effort on the ice night in, night out. And as long as the guys do that, we'll be fine and rebuild and have a great team here next year.
And this is a good hockey team on paper. There are a lot of good, talented players on this hockey team.
Oh, definitely. You know, Ken got some good players down here, and now TL's added to our team. And we've had guys that have been successful at different levels. Clint Caban and Ryan Shannon spent time in the American League. Both our goalies are solid goalies in this league. Ross Harris is a 54 goal scorer. And, you know, it seems guys went in a slump all at the same time, and we're starting to work our way out of that, working hard in practice, and look for good things to come here when we get home the last 2 months to get the fans excited again about Fort Worth Brahma hockey.
Okay, Justin Cardwell, thank you very much for joining us as the Brahmas will be coming home to the Fort Worth Convention Center on Wednesday night to take on the Austin Ice Bats. You can get your tickets right now by calling 972-598 STAR. We'll be back with more Brahma hockey coming up on K-Star 49. This is Brahma hockey.
What's in the bag, Howie?
Just some cool new stuff I got at Radio Shack. I love the changes they're making.
And you ought to know about change. You went from being a great football player to a great football commentator.
The stuff in the bag is mine, Terry.
Oh, and you know, even with all the new brands at Radio Shack, there's still the same people good at answering questions and explaining things.
Yeah.
And even though you made the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
you're still the same you.
Stuff in the bag is still mine, Terry.
Radio Shack. You've got questions. We've got answers.
I see cones. They're closing. Hand over the cones, sir. Nice and easy now. Let's have it. Look, there's a lot of people in line here who need to do their banking.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, they're just normal people like you who just don't get out of work in time to get to the bank. So, come on. Their kids could go hungry, you know? Look, Regis! Ooh. Okay, people, there's nothing for you here. Let's move in an orderly fashion to the Bank United inside Kroger. They're open late, they're nice, and you won't feel like this.
When the party is hot, look for the silver shine of a frost-brewed Coors Light.
You know what people are saying about you guys? That you're a bunch of vicious animals. Well, you and I know that's not true. You and I know that this is a game of skill and precision and speed and grace. So I want you to go out there tonight and show them what Fort Worth Brahmas hockey is really about. Okay, you can open the cage now.
Fort Worth Brahmas hockey. It's a kick.
Mike Barrack here in Lubbock. The score, the Cotton Kings 5 and the Fort Worth Brahmas 3. There's a lot of activities, as you can see, here at the Lubbock Coliseum in Fort Worth. The Brahmas have had a number of programs that have been very successful off the ice in Fort Worth. The Blacktop Brahmas, free inline hockey demonstrations for kids, grades for blades with the kids that show proficiency, getting a free Brahma ticket throughout the school districts in the Tarrant County area. The Brahmas have a corporate care program where corporations can purchase a block of tickets and donate them to charity. And another program in its third year, it's been terrific. With Harris Methodist of Fort Worth, the Brahmas have participated with Harris on a program called Healthy Goals. We're going to take a look at a tape upcoming right here, and this will show some of the players from the Brahmas last year, but this program continues during the 2000 and 2001 hockey season. Let's take a look at the Brahmas Healthy Goals program.
I think they see that we're more personable than just, you know, figures.
Feel free to yell out as loud as you want. How you guys doing today? to see us come in and say the same things as the teachers.
Have all your homework done. That's a really good one.
We're excited about being able to sponsor the program and expect that at the end of this second season that we will have touched the lives of over 7,500 Tarrant County youth.
Liked it a whole lot. I think it's something I can go back and use in my classroom, and we do some different units, some sports units. We do a sport unit at the end of the year that we can use some of the material that you gave us.
Just a small example of what teamwork can do to make things easier for people.
It was a great program. I mean, one of the things you could tell by the turnout, how excited people were from it. It's the best turnout of any of our programs this year.
We break it down into words they can understand, you know, with power, each letter representing something, and we break it down, and one person comes in and talks about each letter, and kids sit there and they really listen. I've never had a school where they blanked on the questions at the end, and so they really paid attention.
Our first letter is P. Can anyone tell me what that stands for? At the end there. Prepare by thinking smart. That's right.
Can you all tell me what the letter, well, can I have someone tell me what O stands for? You right here, TCK. Yeah. Right, okay. Can we have everybody kind of shout that out a little bit? Only you can make the right choices.
I'm sure all of you have group projects for school and stuff, and what this means is it's much easier to work as a team, as a group project. It's easier for everybody to do an equal amount of work.
Can anyone tell me what E stands for?
Everybody at the same time, repeat what the letter R stands for. Alright. Okay, this is how respecting your body is. For us, we have to protect our body. And these are just examples of equipment that we wear underneath all of our gear.
Instead of just saying, all right, you know, you shouldn't use drugs, what we do is we give an example from our life that they can relate to.
We don't abuse drugs and alcohol. The fact of, to be where I am today, I couldn't abuse drugs and alcohol. I've seen players take a toll of doing drugs or drinking, and today they're no longer playing hockey.
The mission of Harris Methodist Hospital in Fort Worth is to improve the health of the people in the community we serve. So we look at our relationship with both Worth Brahmas and the Healthy Goals program is our mission.
It's nice to see that the kids get involved and that we, you know, can come back and help out in the community. You know, kids do look up to us, so it's nice that we can come into the schools and, you know, and give the kids something to have some fun with.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that feature. Again, a number of the players were from last year's Brahmas team, but the program continues and very successfully in the Fort Worth area. You see the beach balls around here. Andy Moog mentioned that sometimes for goaltenders, the pucks don't look that big, but tonight 5-3 in favor of the Cotton Kings. When we come back, we'll take a look at the second period, some of the action tonight. 5-3 Cotton Kings on K-Star.
Well, I've decided. Tonight's the night I'm going to pop the question.
So did you get the ring yet?
No. I had a better idea. I wanted to get her something that says, I'm really in this for the long haul. It's a train. What? I'm making a commitment here.
You know what people are saying about you guys? That you're a bunch of vicious animals. Well, you and I know that's not true. You and I know that this is a game of skill and precision and speed and grace. So I want you to go out there tonight and show them what Fort Worth Brahmas hockey is really about. Okay, you can open the cage now.
Fort Worth Brahmas hockey. It's a kick.
The sleek 200 horsepower Chevy Monte Carlo SS.
Hot.
The side you show the world is up to you. Monte Carlo, we'll be there.
Welcome to the Bargain Center of North Texas, Justin, Texas. Bargains every day in every store. At Justin Discount Boots and Cowboy Outfitters, you'll find a phenomenal selection of Wrangler jeans in all sizes and styles at bargain prices. Men's Wrangler Cowboy Cut, Slim Fit, and Colored jeans. Thousands of pairs of ladies' Wrangler jeans in all styles and colors. Justin Discount Boots and Cowboy Outfitters, the world's largest Western wear outlet. Chances are, whatever you're looking for can be found at bargain prices in Justin, Texas. Only minutes away from the Metroplex. Come on out.
Back in Lubbock, Texas, 5-3, the Cotton Kings a lead over the Fort Worth Brahmas. I hope you're enjoying the action tonight, and we'll have 2 more on K-Star. Upcoming February 10th, the Brahmas will be home against Corpus Christi, and March 3rd at home against Lake Charles. Let's take a look at some of the activities in this game with the Brahmas trailing by a score of 5-3. And Andy?
Yeah, really only one goal to tell you about in the second period as Ross Harris buries a shot like Ross Harris can only do. Up top, over the glove, top of the net, and cut the deficit to 5-3, and that's where it stood as we went through the period, with just the one goal to talk about. The story of the period really was goaltending. More specifically, Jason Carey at the Fort Worth Brahmas. He did a lot of this in the period, making some terrific saves, allowing the team to come back, and giving them a very good chance in the third period of making a game of this and equaling it up. The power plays were significant in the period only because they didn't add up. There's a save by Neil Savoy on one of the Brahma power plays that we didn't capitalize on, but really the story of the period was the penalties and the saves by the goaltenders, and more specifically Jason Carey. Shots on goal for the period, Fort Worth Brahmas had 11 for a 2-period total of 23, and Lubbock is 12 for a 2-period total of 25. Cardwell and Rusk assisted on Harris's 10th at 6:25. That was all the scoring we saw in the second period. Mike?
Oh, it was great. The Brahmas cut it to within 2. They were down 5-2, making 5-3. And let's take a look at some of the upcoming promotions. February 10th, that's next Saturday. It is cap night for the first 2,000 fans. February 16th, against these Cotton Kings, it's Dallas Mavericks night. Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash will be in attendance. The Monroe Moccasins in February 17th. Hughley Hospital Youth Jersey night to the first 1,000 kids 12 and under. Tickets available at any Metroplex Albertsons or call Star Tickets at 888-597-STAR. Brahmas play Wednesday night at home also, and they'll play on the road tomorrow night in Austin, and also Sunday afternoon against the Ice Bats as well. But as mentioned, 18 home games, Andy, during the rest of the season for the fans to cheer on the Brahmas at the Fort Worth Convention Center. 2 final games of the season will be played at Will Rogers, but right downtown Fort Worth. Not a long drive for anybody in the Metroplex. Great chance to see the Brahmas and affordable hockey entertainment.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said, with so many dates in the last 2 months, you can pick your favorite night and come on out, or come to them all. We don't mind. You can pay for or buy all the tickets. We've got an opportunity to make a move here in the second half of the season, and that home schedule will give us every opportunity to do what we want to do.
One thing for sure, Todd Lalonde, the new head coach for Fort Worth, although the Brahmas have struggled during the season, he is an intense man. He will not let this team go down the stretch without competitive hockey action. The team may not win every night, Andy, but they'll put on a strong effort, and that's what the fans in Fort Worth deserve and want, a very competitive hockey game, night in and night out.
Certainly, Mike. You can't control the outcome. You can never control the outcome of a hockey game, and really all you can hope for is you can control your work effort, your level of intensity, and those are the things that coach is going to focus and concentrate on as we move down the stretch. Those are the things that players can take care of. The results take care of themselves, but come to work every night. That's what he's looking for.
Radio Shack is proud to sponsor the Fort Worth Brahmas. When you want to see great hockey action, be sure to watch your local neighborhood team. When you want to see the latest in home entertainment products, be sure to visit your local Radio Shack team. They have a great starting lineup of Compact, Microsoft, Sprint, RCA, and Verizon Wireless. They'll show you the latest technology and take the time to answer the questions you have. Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers. Brahmas trail after 2 periods, Andy. This is not a stat you want to hear. The Brahmas are 1-22-1. 24 times they've trailed after 2 and picked up 1 win. Maybe tonight's the night.
Got to break that jinx, Mike. They've got an excellent opportunity to get things rolling, starting the period with 1:07 remaining on a power play. Fresh ice. Players will always tell you they like to have a power play on clean, fresh ice. Allows them to pass the puck quicker and move a little bit quicker out there. And let's see if the Brahmas can take advantage of that new ice out there and create an offensive scoring chance here.
Brahmas have dropped 5 straight. Their last victory, 5-4 in Tupelo, January 6th in a shootout. And of course, if the game is tied at the end of regulation, we would go to a shootout to see if the Brahmas can come back into this thing down by 2 with a period to go. Here the Brahmas taking possession, and Mike Tilson circles around. He scored a goal tonight, whips it right back into the Lubbock territory. It squirts to Ross Harris, who tries to jiggle it free. They still fight for it. 3 Brahmas against 1 Cotton King. It's clear to the right wing point. Tilson now hands it free to Cardwell. Cardwell centers it for the score! No goal! He says no goal. It appeared to go in. That right should have gone on, it appears. And the play continues at center ice. The Brahmas are not happy. Cardwell's pointing at the goal judge, and he's still down there. Play continues. Cardwell wants a stoppage of play if there's no call. He needs to get back until they whistle it down, Andy.
Yeah, this is a situation where the goal can be ruled in after the play is stopped. So what the Brahmas would like to do here is get a whistle. Obviously try and score here on the power play, but get a whistle and let the referee and the goal judge have a conversation and determine. I think from our vantage point, we thought it was in, but the goal judge has the best angle, and he put the light on, so we'll see what happens at the first stoppage in play, Mike.
In a rare televised game, Andy, in the WPHL, we'll have the good view to see if that puck was in or not. And the puck cleared to the near side for Tilson. Up ahead to center ice, and the Brahmas slam it in. Savory makes a save. It's clear to the left wing side and out to center ice where Walker McDonald angles in. Shoots on his backhand wide. It goes to the right wing point. Minichi's shot hits a leg. That's Woolard, who works to center ice. Brahmas can't give up here until that stoppage of play where they can talk it over. Here's Robbins now. Hands it for Walker McDonald. Poke check beautifully by Dowie. The play behind the goal. Carey sweeps it away. Peach for Fort Worth tries to dig it loose. Brahmas trying to chop it free. Loose in the slot. A chance for the Cotton Kings. McIntyre's shot tingles off the side of the goal, and Peach gains possession for Fort Worth.
Looks like an outnumbered rusher. They can get it going. There's the third attacker right there for the Brahmas.
Here's Peach. Plays it across to the left wing side. Dowie cuts in. Centers for Peach. His attempt is blocked by the defense. Brahmas keep it going, however. Here's Dowie. Centers in front. Gorwitz shoots. I think Carey got a piece of that. It went wide of the target, and McIntyre leads a 2-man rush for the Cotton Kings. In across the line. Centers for Coombs. Shoots. Kick save Carey. And the rebound controlled by Fort Worth. Early on, third period, Fort Worth down by a pair of goals. Here's Coombs in a center ice. Tied up at the blue line. Tilson tries to jam it free. Hebert for Lubbock winds it right back to the Fort Worth blue line.
Has the Brahmas ever played this long without a stoppage in play?
I'll tell you what.
The suspense is killing us here. Thank you, Mr. Savory. Thank you.
Holds on with 2:51 gone into the period, and now we'll have a discussion, Andy, with the goal judge, and let's take a look on that scoring play on the power play.
The puck was redirected off the stick. They're calling it crossbar, and believe that was a correct call. See where it drops down? No.
Ooh, keep it going.
I don't believe that puck crossed the goal line. We got a little obscure. If Ross Harris had his stick on the ice and his hands down, he could have deposited the rebound right there. There it is right there. It appears as though the referees made the right call. Unfortunately, Ross was celebrating the goal and could have had an empty net himself. A little too late.
You know, it appeared, Andy, even though it hit the crossbar, maybe we could look one more time, the net on the top of the goal appeared to tingle a bit, and that might have given some of the Brahmas forwards a reason to celebrate. As the puck looped up, it goes off the crossbar. Nope, I don't know, maybe not.
I think their only hope was to have it come down off the crossbar and cross the goal line at that point.
It's close, isn't it?
It landed directly on the goal line and miraculously somehow bounced out instead of bouncing in.
And Andy, tell the fans again, of course, that the full puck has to go over, not part, the full puck.
Absolutely. The entire dimension of the puck has to cross the goal line for it to be ruled a goal.
Now we have a penalty upcoming. Let's see what this is all about. Deep into the Lubbock territory, and I think it's going against the Cotton Kings, which would give Fort Worth their 5th power play chance of the game.
It looks like they've whistled down Mike Hebert for high sticking in front of the net off the face-off. He got a stick up on Brahma forward, and it appears it was drawn a 2-minute high sticking penalty at this point.
Well, Andy, we've had a total of, I believe, 9 power plays tonight. This is the 5th for Fort Worth, 4 for the Cotton Kings. No power play goals tonight.
Yeah, remarkably, 8 goals scored, all even strength in this contest. And with the 9 power plays, like you mentioned, no power play goals. Let's give some credit to the penalty killers, but it looks like maybe the power plays are just out of sync tonight as well. Maybe the layoff had something to do with it, Mike.
Well, we'll see here. The Brahmas have the man advantage. Tilson able to swirl the center. Left wing side pass across the line. They chop it behind the goal. Cardwell for Fort Worth. Able to leave for Harris. Harris for Cardwell. They fight for it behind the goal. And the Cotton Kings able to work it right back into the center ice area. The Brahmas back the other way. Tilson moving for it. Centers in front for Cardwell, chopped away, and outside the blue line, it was close to being a high stick.
Yeah, good defensive effort, being able to knock that down and swat it out of the zone. Anyway, anyhow, when you're killing a penalty, get it out of the zone.
Here's Woolard, able to chip it on his backhand to the near side. Ross Harris surveys the traffic for Tilson, bounces it off the backboards, left wing side for Rusk, chips it behind the goal for Cardwell. Cardwell for Harris. Man advantage Fort Worth. Harris a goal tonight. Left wing side. Tilson a wrist shot. Savory the save. Rebound. Rusk centers right through the goal crease. Nobody home. Brahmas maintained possession. 50 seconds to go in the penalty. Tilson shot. Blocked off at the defense and taken by the Cotton Kings. And they clear it down.
Chad Willer's doing a real nice job in front of the net, creating a little confusion and a screen. Unfortunately, the shots are just being moved around the screen and allowing the goaltender to get a good look at them.
Fort Worth power play for another 29 seconds. Here's Cabana, right side for Gorwich. It deflects off the boards. Carper now for Lubbock. Rings it along the boards. Brahmas take over. Here's Cabana. Hands it free for Gorwich. Gorwich's pass broken up in the defense. Good defensive play by Kyle Reeves at the blue line.
Yeah, that's the way to kill a penalty. Good sticks in the passing lane. That always makes it difficult for offensive players to thread the needle.
Brahmas clear it in, however, that's into the penalty. Cabana, however, gains possession, turns, can't get the shot off. Had an opportunity in a 2-on-1 break now with Reeves as the attacker. He shoots, carry a save, rebound, and cleared by Fort Worth and Gorwich to the blue line outside the line, and it skips to a Fort Worth player. Here come the Brahmas. Zacharias, I believe, in across the line. Pulls up to the near wing. Gorwich now shoots one to the left wing side for Rusk. Behind the goal, Brahmas have possession. Peach now to the side of the net. Dowie in on goal. Dowie can't get the shot off. He tried to push it through, and it just deflected wide. Magoo on the far wing for Lubbock clears to center ice.
Neil Savory with a nice poke check down in his crease to take that scoring chance away.
Brahmas on the attack once more, down by a pair of goals. No scoring in this period. Fort Worth down by 2. Here's Payne now. Tries to center one. Along the far board, Zacharias for Payne. Here's Hungel cutting in. Back to the left of the goal. Payne centers. Zacharias. Payne a shot. That deflects wide. Hilson centers in front. Fort Worth all over the place, but they can't get a shot off. Magoo able to clear to center ice.
Good pressure. Good sustained pressure by this line again. We talked about using their speed to create opportunities, and there they're at it again tonight.
Here are the Brahmas again. A head pass for Hungel off the mark and cleared by Lubbock deep into the Fort Worth territory.
Probably a pretty smart play by the Cotton Kings to take the pressure off.
Icing is the call. The score, the Cotton Kings up 5-3. We'll have more Brahmas hockey on K-Star in just a moment.
Introducing the all-new Silverado Heavy Duty. The most powerful heavy-duty pickup you can get. And the 2001 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Silverado Heavy Duty.
Friday, February 16th, join Dallas Mavericks Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash at the Fort Worth Convention Center for the Brahmas and the Lubbock Cotton Kings. The game starts with Nash and Nowitzki dropping the ceremonial first puck at 7:30. They will then be available for autographs during the game. Receive $3 off tickets at the Convention Center box office with any Mavs ticket stub. Or you can purchase $13 and $15 seats at all Metroplex Albertson stores. Or by calling Star Tickets at 888-597-STAR. That's Mavs Night with the Brahmas, February 16th.
Lubbock, Texas, the Brahmas and the Lubbock Cotton Kings. Brahmas trail 5-3. The Brahmas 0 for 5 on the power play. a factor in this game tonight, but the Brahmas kept it close. It's interesting, 2-goal differential, and we're going to take a look at the backup tonight, Lance Leslie.
Here's Lance Leslie's the number one goaltender here, struggling with a slight injury to his groin. Interesting story about Lance. Him and I did an instructional video in 1987 when Lance was just a young 11-year-old playing minor hockey in Canada.
And now he's playing pro, Andy. Those goaltender camps work for the youngsters, don't they?
Very much so. I like to think so.
Here's Jake Carney at his own defense, able to wind it free to center. Andy's participated in goaltender camps for a number of years. And the Brahmas trailing by a pair, trying to get back into this thing. No scoring in this period, 13-14 remaining. Still plenty of time for Fort Worth to chip away at the Lubbock lead, and now a high stick, I believe, or a stoppage of play, nonetheless, deep into Fort Worth territory with 6:51 gone, third period. The Cotton Kings leading by a score of 5-3. Well, this game tonight brought to you by Chevrolet. If only everything was as dependable as a Chevy, Chevy will be there. They have been a proud sponsor of the Brahmas this year, will be next season as well. The face-off deep in the zone to the left of the Fort Worth goal.
Puck was knocked down by a high stick, and as a result, face-off deep in the Brahmas zone.
Brahmas take possession of the puck to the near wing, and up to center ice it goes. Fort Worth on the attack. Willard now moving in. A wrist shot blocked by the defense. Fort Worth with the big line of Cardwell, Harris, and Willard. Oh man, Willard was taken down in front of the net, but no call. Cotton Kings back the other way. Kava feeds it in front for Holland. Backhander broken up beautifully at the Fort Worth defense by Rusk. He's been everywhere on the back line. Here's Cardwell moving in. Can't get the shot off, and cleared by the Cotton Kings up the center, and a 2-on-1 it appears. McIntyre centers across for Coombs. Oh, and a great save by Carey.
Double leg slide by Jim coming across to take, or Jason, sorry, coming across to take that scoring chance away. Terrific save, still keeping his team alive, keeping his team in the game, giving them a chance to score that goal and possibly get the goaltender out for an empty net at the end.
Brahmas in this game 5-3. We'll take a look at that, I'm sure, in just a bit. With the Brahmas Carey performing acrobatically here in this third period, and really throughout the hockey game after that first frame. And we're going to take a look at that great save by Carey upcoming.
He's been the difference in the second and third period. And here he is coming across, double leg slide, stack the pads, takes care of that save, and defenders clearing away the other offensive players from the Kings.
Here's play at the left wing side. Brahmas down by a pair of goals. The puck loose at center ice. Here comes Fort Worth on the attack and across the line. Hung goal. Poke check by Brownlee. The play at the blue line, and Cabana just unable to hold it in. Here's Cabana now on left wing. Just pops it right back into Lubbock territory.
They try and get a little offense off a dump and chase situation, but Lubbock Cotton Kings holding up the Brahma forwards from getting in and establishing a forecheck.
Here's puck loose at center. Zacharias for Hungle, broken up by Jim Magoo. Magoo, 37 years of age for the Cotton Kings. To McDonald, near side for Magoo. Centers across for a streaking forward, Adam Robbins. It's clear to the right wing point. Brownlee's shot, that deflects wide. Magoo trying to center one. Here's McDonald, dumps it in the slot, the Brahmas break back. Casey Hungle, the 8th-year pro. Chops it to the blue line, intercepted by Carper. Left wing for McDonald, offside. It appears from inside the Cotton King blue line to the Brahmas side of the blue line as well. 5-3 Cotton Kings. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
I see cones. They're closing. Hand over the cones, sir. Nice and easy now. Let's have it. Look, there's a lot of people in line here who need to do their banking.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, they're just normal people like you who just don't get out of work in time to get to the bank. So, come on. Their kids could go hungry, you know? Look, Regis! Ooh. Okay, people, there's nothing for you here. Let's move in an orderly fashion to the Bank United inside Kroger. They're open late, they're nice, and you won't feel like this.
Remember, when you want credit, you've got it at Joe Deitch's Your Credit Jeweler. We have customized credit plans just right for you. Whether you're a first-time credit buyer or taking advantage of our second chance credit plan, buying jewelry has never been easier.
They're very courteous, and they get to you as soon as possible. That's what I like.
Lowest possible prices, lifetime guarantee, personalized service, and remember, if you need credit, you've got it at Joe Deitch's Your Credit Jewelers, downtown, Fort Worth Town Center, and Ridgemar Mall.
Back to action in Lubbock, 5-3 Cotton Kings. Andy, $4 million in renovations, including an $800,000 state-of-the-art scoreboard with replays interactive. The fans love it here in Lubbock.
Absolutely. The Cotton Kings have got to be very proud of their home building here. It's one of the finer ones in the Hockey League, second maybe to the Fort Worth Convention Center.
Exactly. They have a new building in Shreveport too, but $4 million in renovations when the Cotton Kings joined the WPHL last year, with nearly $3 million of that money coming from the city of Lubbock. The scoreboard, as well as the renovations to the roof in this facility to make it hockey friendly. Here's puck loose in the far boards. Brahmas in a game 5-3. They're still within striking distance. Manici at center ice. Left wing side pass for McIntyre. He is tied up by Russ beautifully at the line. Brahmas, Dowie plays to center, and Kava shoots it right back in. Play from blue line to blue line. Crazy bounce off the backboards. Brahmas clear it to the blue line. Holland shot. Carey makes the save.
Yeah, Coach Todd Lalana's got to be very happy with Mike Rush's performance tonight in his first game as a Fort Worth Brahma. He's settled things out defensively. He's contributed offensively. I think he's got to be really happy with his acquisition.
Fort Worth on the attack at center ice. Here is the forward Dowie, but it's just offside at the Lubbock blue line with a total of 10:20 remaining in the period. Out-of-town scores in the WPHL. San Angelo leading Austin. Austin, the Ice Bats, among the leaders in the East Division of the WPHL. And our other score upcoming, the Odessa Jackalopes leading New Mexico by a score of 1-0 after 2 periods of play.
An upset brewing there, Mike.
Scorpions, an outstanding year under Tony Martino, the head coach of the New Mexico team. Here's Carper on left wing, able to play it free into the Fort Worth territory. Back after it is Villeneuve. Villeneuve trying to make a play. It's fought for along the wall back behind the Fort Worth goal. Just over 10 minutes left in this game. No scoring in this period. Brahmas break 3 men to center. And across the line it goes. They shoot it right back behind the net. The forward Melichurchik trying to work it free. Fort Worth buzzing in the offensive zone. Harris with Willard, and also up front for Fort Worth, Cardwell. 3 men along the far side. Cotton Kings trying to clear the zone. Reeves can't clear it out. Brahmas keep it in to the near left wing side. Carper for the Cotton King clears the zone out to center. DuPaul headmans for Reeves, moving free. Reeves for Lubbock, left wing side. Carper closing in. Carper shoots. Carey gets a piece of that. Brahmas take over to the far left wing corner and clear the zone. Just under 10 minutes left. 9:18 actually to be exact. Brahmas take over across the line. Here is Cabana. Eludes a check. Now moves in. Pokes it free for Payne. Drop pass Cardwell, but the pass off the mark and broken up. Player Payne taken down in front of the referee. No call.
Looks like the whistle's been put away for the third period here, Mike. Some tired Brahmas on the ice. They needed to take a change. That shift was a little bit too long for Justin Cardwell and his group. As a result, they spent a lot of time in their own zone.
Hungo, Payne, and Zacharias now up front for Fort Worth. Here's a centering pass. Zacharias shoots. Caught by Sabri. Holds on. Hungo with Zacharias and Payne again all over deep into the Lubbock zone.
Yeah, this is the energy line for Coach Lalonde tonight. They provided a lot of spark and a lot of offensive opportunities just from their speed. They handle the puck well in tight corners. They jump to loose pucks. They create opportunities just because they use their speed. They're not going to be in a situation where they're going to do a lot of battling in the corners around the front of the net. You're going to have to catch these guys to hit them, and they take advantage of their good speed and their good puck movement to create offensive opportunities. It's given this line here tonight has given the Lubbock Cotton Kings fits. They've created a lot of chances. Like to capitalize a little bit more, but nevertheless they create a lot of offensive chances for the Brahmas tonight.
Blue collar line for Fort Worth. Big face-off deep to the right of the Lubbock goal. Payne, Zacharias, and Hungo. Here we go on the draw. Adam Robbins wins it from Payne and clear deep into the Fort Worth territory. This could be an icing. Tilson after icing is the call. Despite losing the draw, the Brahmas did a nice job of forechecking, forcing the Cotton Kings to clear it down.
Yeah, that's a situation where they won the draw, but they didn't like how it was shaping up. The Brahmas were in a good situation to forecheck. A hard wraparound around the boards that cleared the zone, caused another faceoff. These faceoffs can turn into offensive opportunities very quickly with a victory in the faceoff circle and someone poised and ready to shoot the puck.
You know, the Brahmas may be the team that is less fatigued. Fort Worth had a long drive, 5.5 hours today, but the Cotton Kings played last night, so we'll see what happens in the remaining 8:34. Cardwell up front with Woolard and Ross Harris. Big face-off to the left of the net. 5-3 Cotton Kings. The draw taken by Lubbock, and Manici plays it up the middle for DuPaul. Rust beautifully stands him up at the boards at center ice. Rust has been terrific on defense tonight for Fort Worth. Here's a lead, pass ahead. Brahmas, Rust chips it back behind the Lubbock goal. Derek Holland plays it. Brahmas trying to keep it free. On the far wing, they wind it right back behind the net. Manici on the far boards is tied up, and the Cotton Kings have 3 men to center. And across the line it goes. Here's Milichurcha. Back behind the net for Reeves. This is the top line for Lubbock in the remaining 8 minutes of this game. Brahmas able to clear the zone. Broken stick on the ice.
Got a player down in the corner here. I think it's, I'm not exactly sure. It is Mike Tilson. I think the puck was chipped up and caught him in the face. Inadvertent puck came up and caught him in the face.
Well, we're going to take a quick...
Here it is down along the sideboards here as the puck comes out of the zone. Tilson gets a stick on it, moves it up. Oh, check that. That was a stick, not a puck.
Wow, and I do not believe there's a penalty on the play. We're going to take a break and come back. 7:51 left, 5-3 Cotton Kings.
What's in the bag, Howie?
Just some cool new stuff I got at Radio Shack. I love the changes they're making.
And you ought to know about change. You went from being a great football player to a great football commentator.
The stuff in the bag is mine, Terry.
Oh, and you know, even with all the new brands at Radio Shack, there's still the same people good at answering questions and explaining things.
Yeah.
And even though you made the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
you're still the same you.
Stuff in the bag is still mine, Terry.
Radio Shack. You've got questions. We've got answers.
Well, I've decided. Tonight's the night I'm going to pop the question.
So did you get the ring yet?
No. I had a better idea. I wanted to get her something that says, I'm really in this for the long haul. It's a train. What? I'm making a commitment here.
Back to action, our train, hot and cold player update. The Brahmas Cardwell scoring a goal tonight. He continues to be hot for Fort Worth, and the Brahmas have cooled down the player Kyle Reeves tonight, the leading goal scorer in the WPHL.
Yeah, it really hasn't had very many offensive opportunities. Justin Cardwell coming up with 3 points tonight with a goal and 2 assists. He stayed hot, and Kyle Reeves has not been a factor so far tonight.
Here's the puck loose at center, 5-3. Brahmas trail. Here's Woolard, a wrist shot. Savory gets a piece of that, deflects it into the corner. Ross Harris for Fort Worth trying to sweep it free to the left wing point. Villeneuve for Cardwell. Cardwell sweeping in. Cardwell, a wrist shot. Savory the save, no rebound. Brahmas at the player in front. Woolard takes a cross check from the defenseman Derek Holland, Andy, and a lot of activity in front of the net. Woolard trying to create time and space for Harris and Cardwell.
He's been very effective in getting in around the doorstep. Unfortunately, he couldn't set up a screen in this situation. He's had a net presence tonight. He's been there. Unfortunately, Neil Savory had done an excellent job of controlling his rebounds and not giving Chad Woolard an opportunity to pounce on any loose pucks. Situation where both guys are doing their jobs, and unfortunately for the Brahmas, Chad Woolard just hasn't found any loose pucks hanging around the crease to stuff in.
Face off deep to the right of Savory, an 8th round draft pick by the Boston Bruins in 1994. Played in the Quebec League. He also played a little bit of Canadian college hockey, and has been terrific tonight, as has Jason Carey, particularly in periods 2 and 3. Face off deep to the Lubbock zone. Here's Villeneuve off the draw, shoots. Savory, a kick save. The rebound controlled by Brownlee, the defenseman for Lubbock, and he clears it out to center ice and deep into Fort Worth territory, where Villeneuve gains possession. Left wing for Zacharias. Payne, Zacharias, and Hungel back out for Fort Worth.
This is the energy group, Mike. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen with these guys tonight. They've created a lot of momentum with their ability to skate and create offense.
And a long shot right back into the Fort Worth end. It's Villeneuve trying to play it free. We have not seen much of the Dowie line alongside Peach here in this period.
Yeah, Coach Todd Lalonde seems to be wanting to roll these two lines to try and keep the energy level up, keep the offensive opportunities up. As a result, third line is sat down for the third period here.
Here's Ruska ahead to center ice for Hungel. He slams it right back in off the backboards. Brahmas trying to pinch it in. On the far side it goes. Fort Worth's the player Rusk after it. Puck squirts to the near wing. Fort Worth's down by a pair of goals. Here's the other line with Peach now out for Fort Worth, and Hungel play at the right point. Tilson trying to keep it in. They sweep it to the blue line, and up the center it goes. Chance for McIntyre with Cobb on his right. Cobb in on goal. Shoots, carries a beauty, gets a glove on it and says no.
Outstanding save for Jason Carey there, keeping his team in the hockey game. We may have said that too many times in the last 40 minutes, but that's certainly the case. That's what's happened.
Wow, Andy, this was terrific. On really almost a 2-on-0, becomes a clear-cut breakaway.
As he goes to his backhand, he gets the puck up, and Carey's position is very good. His hand just above his leg. He finds the glove, finds the puck with his glove, makes a save, no rebound. Terrific save. Can't say enough about that one. Again, he's kept his club in. May have had a rough start, but he's been the guy that's carried the workload here the last 40 minutes.
Again, they call him the Bear. He played in junior hockey with the Moose Jaw Warriors in the Western Hockey League. Here's a play to the near side. Brahmas trying to make a play. Gorwich can't clear the zone. Cabana playing tough in front. The play to the blue line. Lubbock keep it in. Under 6 minutes left in the game, a chance for the Cotton Kings. A Robbins shot way off the mark, and the Brahmas take control in his center ice. Lead pass to center. Robbins at his own blue line. Clears it free to the neutral zone, and a chance for McDonald. Check. Brahmas break back the other way. Dowie can't make a play. In after it is the forward Gorwich at the left point. Harney keeps it in, but there's going to be a stop and perhaps a penalty, Andy, or a high stick. Looks like a high stick into the Lubbock zone. Let's see what this is all about.
It looks like Ben Gorwich has been whistled down for a high stick in this situation.
And it appears
that Gorwich driving through the middle, took his stick for the hook, rode up over the arm and cut number 6. Who is it there? Derek Holland. Yep. Derek Holland got clipped in the lip or the upper facial area with a high stick. He seems to be okay, but nevertheless, Ben Gorwich goes sit down for 2 minutes, and the Lubbock Cotton Kings go on a power play.
This, I believe, will be their 5th of the game. They're 0 for 4 also. And Andy, a tough time to get this penalty with only 5:27 left, down by 2.
Well, if there's a situation where your penalty killing can create offense and create momentum for your team, here's a perfect example. Few risks can be taken out here. You got 5 minutes left in the hockey game and you're shorthanded. The penalty killers may be going for it and trying to score shorthanded.
Here's Burgess, left wing side for DuPaul. Power play for the Cotton Kings. Kyle Reeves, 46 goals on the season, has been held off so far. Here's DuPaul. Chips it to the left wing side for Burgess. Right point for Reeves. Reads a flipper, blocked by the defense. DuPaul on his knees, can't make a play. Brahmas take over to the near corner. Hardwell after it. Let's see a stoppage of play and another penalty, perhaps, Andy? Perhaps against Lubbock, it appears, in the offensive zone. Maybe, yep, it looks there's at least another penalty, but I'm not sure. This may go against Fort Worth.
Not sure who it is. We got a roughing call against Danny Villeneuve. We may get two. We may getting offsetting minors here. Cosmo DuPaul and Dan Villeneuve going offsetting roughing minors at this point. Takes a good power play guy away from their power play, and unfortunately we lose a good penalty killer in Dan Villeneuve. But I think all in all, this is a good trade, Mike. This is taking their leader of their power play, their center on their number 1 line, out of the power play, and that's going to help. That's going to help for the Brahmas in the penalty kill.
Let's take a look at this activity to the left of the Fort Worth goal.
Here it is. Villeneuve goes with a chop, a little bit aggressive on the chop, and DuPaul swings around, and wrestling match ensued, and that's where the referee blew it down as too many cheats for roughing. Is that how you saw it, Mike?
Yep, and as a result, a continuation of a one-man power play. On the board, they have an extra penalty against Fort Worth. I think they're trying to sort this out here with a total of 4:49 left in the game.
Yeah, here we go. We've got a 5-on-4 power play. They've taken that other penalty off the scoreboard. So things remain the same. The only thing missing is Cosmo DuPaul from the Lubbock Cotton King power play.
Tonight's game brought to you by Chevy Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. The Cotton Kings have the power play, as mentioned, for another minute 16. Puck loose, back of the goal. Brahmas clear it outside the blue line, and it skitters end over end deep into the Lubbock territory.
Yeah, with Justin Cardwell up front on the power play along with Chad Woolard, there's a very good opportunity for some offense if they can make some turnovers and get some loose pucks go for it as you would on the penalty kill.
Brahmas clear, but not out at the left wing point. They take possession, and finally it's cleared at the blue line by Tilson all the way down.
Yeah, good kill right here. Good kill. I don't think the Cotton Kings are pressing real hard at this point. Maybe conscious of protecting their lead.
Here's Magoo at the blue line. Gains possession for the moment into the near corner. Chips it to the left of the goal. Here's Magoo now. Swivels to the top of the circle. Plays it for Carper. They play catch, Magoo and Carper. Waste some time. 20 seconds to go in the penalty. Brahmas take control. Hungel takes possession, just whips it right back down. Savory the save, and he leaves it for his own defense.
I think Hungel wanted to go there. I think he wanted somebody to catch up with him and go offensively.
Here's a play across the line. Manici holding on. It's offside, with just 7 seconds left in the penalty. 3:33 left in the game. Brahmas trail by a score of 5-3.
Both coaches got to be happy with their penalty killing tonight. Like to see their power plays get on track.
Okay, we're going to take a break here. 5-3 Cotton Kings on K-Star.
The sleek 200 horsepower Chevy Monte Carlo SS. Hot. The side you show the world is up to you. Monte Carlo, we'll be there. When the party is hot, look for the silver shine of a frost-brewed Coors Light.
The Lubbock Coliseum, the capacity here, 7,200. We'll get the attendance in just a moment. The Brahmas down by 2. Andy, you never know. One quick one here, cut it to within 1. Take their chances in the final couple of minutes of the game.
Yeah, I think you got to see the Brahmas gambling a little bit here. There may be a case where they get cut up the ice and outnumbered rushes back, but seems like Jason Carey's settled down and he's prepared to make those saves, so why not go for it? Try to win a hockey game.
Rusk now able to clear it down. That's it on the penalty, and the Brahmas down by a couple. Here's play along the far boards. They try and work it for Hungel. Work to center ice. Cabana leaves it free for his own defense, and Fort Worth gained possession. Hungel on the backhand, able to wind it right back to center ice, and it is Zacharias able to whip it free. Cotton Kings clear on the boards outside the blue line and all the way to center ice. Brahmas Hungel after it on left wing. Playing the neutral zone, and Kava for the Cotton King just dumps it to the Fort Worth defense, and Payne plays with under 3 minutes left of the game. 5-3 Cotton Kings.
Got a turnover, got to create offense off this turnover, get a good forecheck established. It's not happening right now. The Brahmas run a change that dump.
Here's Rusk now to the near side for Woolard. Back behind the net for Rusk. It's spelled R-U-S-K. Plays it free to center ice, and here come the Brahmas. Payne in across the line. Right side for Woolard. A wrist shot off the blocker and up, I believe, into the stands with a total of 2:21 left and a 5-3 Cotton Kings lead. Take a look at our Coors Light 3-star selection. The number 1 star tonight for the Lubbock Cotton Kings. Mr. McDonald, Walker McDonald with a pair of goals. Justin Cardwell, 3 points tonight, a goal and 2 assists. And Chad Willard's played outstanding with 2 assists for Fort Worth. Coors Light, of course, Coors Light, the official beer of the Fort Worth Brahmas. Marvin Branch and his group always consistently promoting the Fort Worth Brahmas Hockey Club. Face-off deep in Lubbock territory, Andy. The goaltender with 2:21 left, Jason Carey, still in, but you never know.
Yeah, you might see him come in about a minute and a half, a minute and 40 seconds, depending on what happens on this face-off here. It'd be great to see the Brahmas take possession of this face-off. It looks like Coach McDonald has penciled up a play off the draw, a set play off the draw. You'd like to see Cardwell win it back here to the wall, to Cabana, and look for one of those players in the front of the net to roll out and be available.
Here we go. Cabana tries to work it free for Woolard. Harris now lets it go to Cabana at the left point. His little wrister in front. Brahma player too well tied up, and it squirts to the left wing side, and the Cotton Kings do Paul. Right side play into the Fort Worth territory where Cabana plays with 2 minutes to go in this game. Brahmas trail by 2. Here's Cabana for Fort Worth. Shovels it up the middle and a chance for Cardwell. He pinballs it off the boards into the Lubbock territory. Burgess has possession. Burgess on left wing, able to play it free to center ice. Brahmas take control. It's a pass off the mark, broken up by the forward Milichurchik. Centers for Reeves to DuPaul. Shoots, and a blocker save by Carey. Milichurchik takes possession, the net off its moorings, and a stoppage of play with 1.5 minutes remaining in this game.
I think the Lubbock Cotton Kings were a little upset, thought there was an intentional bumping of the net, but I think it was just inadvertently a couple players colliding together and the net coming off. As a result, stoppage in play and a face-off to Jason Carey's left with 1:33 left. I'd like to think that the Brahmas get the draw and get the goaltender out of the net. Here's the play at the net. Just a case where a couple players got tied up inadvertently and bumped the net off. The Cotton Kings were looking for an intentional, but I don't think it happened.
Face off to the left of the goal, 1.5 minutes left. Don't forget, Brahmas home Wednesday night against Austin, 7:05 at the Convention Center. Next Saturday night, the Brahmas continue against Corpus Christi. That game will also be televised on K-Star. Tickets available at all Star Tickets locations and the Albertsons locations.
Mike, watch
597 Star.
I apologize, Mike. Watch for Jason Carey here. I think if we can get some possession, Brahmas get some possessions down in the offensive zone, you're going to see him leave. He's already creeping out a little bit.
Peach, Dowie, and Gorwich up front. The pass ahead to center just over the stick of Gorwich. The play to the blue line, and Gorwich lets it go for his own defense with 1:10 left in the game. Brahmas trail by a pair. Here's Peach now for Fort Worth. Leads a rush to center. Carey about 10 feet outside the line. A breakout, however. Magoo stealing it. Centers in front of the net. Walker McDonald couldn't control, bidding for the hat trick. And the Brahmas shoot it outside the blue line with 53 seconds to go. Fort Worth need to get possession here if they want to have a chance. Here's McDonald for Lubbock as the Cotton Kings do a nice job of whittling the clock down. McDonald's shot blocked away, and the Brahmas break back the other way. 4-man in the center. Here's Gorwich, shoots it over top of the net. Carey is still in with a total of 30 seconds left. Here's a chance for the Brahmas. Cardwell shoots, Sabri the save. He holds on with a total of 27 seconds remaining. I was surprised Carey stayed in all the way through.
Yeah, tough to get him out until you get possession down there. One of the few times Neil Sabri has let a rebound get out tonight, and he was in perfect position to gobble up the rebound on the high shot from the slot. He's done an excellent job of taking the offense away from the Brahmas as far as controlling out rebounds. With an empty net now and a sixth attacker on, you're going to see a set play off this face-off. It looks like Justin Cardwell is going to go in. No, he's called his 30-second timeout. And they're going to draw it up one more time, and Todd McDonald's going to get everything just the way he wants. I'm sorry, Todd Lalonde is going to get everything just the way he wants before they drop the puck for this face-off.
So the Brahmas trying to set up something here with 27 seconds left. Again, we want to talk about the upcoming games for the Fort Worth Brahmas at the Fort Worth Convention Center as Todd Lalonde barks out his last-ditch scoring opportunities for Fort Worth. These are all the upcoming home games. In the month of February, 18 games remaining on the season, including a block in February, a ton of promotions, all games at the Convention Center. Tickets at any Metroplex Albertsons are called Star Tickets at 888-597-STAR. The entire list, Andy, for the fans to choose from.
Yeah, they've got a few selections for the upcoming month. March looks pretty much the same way, too. There's going to be ample opportunity to get over to Fort Worth and see the Brahmas. Come on over and enjoy some hockey with a lot of energy and a lot of excitement, and something we're real proud of.
Cap night next Saturday night at the Convention Center, the 16th of the month, is the Mavericks night, so a lot upcoming in Fort Worth. Face-off deep to the right of the goal. Empty net, 6 attackers.
Yeah, you're going to see Justin Cardwell step into the face-off. It appears as though he's going to try and win it back to Mike Tilson. I'd like to think we can get some people at the net and that puck find a way through and create a little excitement for the last few seconds of this game.
Milichurchik against the forward Cardwell with 27.7 seconds remaining. Both players very anxious. They are taking their time on dropping the puck.
Well, the home team gets the advantage in this situation. He gets to put his stick down last, and as centers will tell you, that's an advantage to be able to get your stick down after the visiting player has put his down.
Cardwell lost the draw. It was an advantage for Lubbock as they pick an open and clear it down. This should be an icing, however. Tilson after it, icing, no icing. He missed it. The puck loose on the left wing side. Tilson has it with a total of 14 seconds left. It skipped over his stick, and that should do it in the hockey game as the Cotton Kings cleared into the Fort Worth players' bench with 10 seconds left. Tilson did a nice job to hustle back for the loose puck, but it just hopped over his stick.
Seems like that's the bounces and the breaks the Brahmas are getting this hockey season. An opportunity to create another face-off.
Okay, 5-3. Face-off will be inside the blue line.
Yeah, just another case of a little bit of bad luck following the Brahmas around this season. Works his tail off to get back there and touch up the icing and possibly get another scoring chance off an offensive zone face-off, and the puck just bounces over his stick.
Okay, a total of, again, 9.7 seconds left. They'll go for one last scoring opportunity. Looks like an onside kick in football, Andy. They got 5 guys lined up inside the blue line.
Well, with a little bit more time, you'd probably see a few of their players trying to set up young McDonald for the hat trick, but under the circumstances, they're probably just attempting to get it out of the zone. But
empty net, 6 attackers, 5-3 Lubbock. Brahmas in jeopardy of dropping their 30th of the year, and 6th consecutive on the road. Here's play at the right point. Tilson shot, hits the body, deflects wide. Brahmas trying to center one. Willard now in front. Clear to the blue line, outside the line. That does it. The game is over, and the Brahmas suffer defeat, but at least they made a nice effort coming back from a 5-2 deficit, made it 5-3, but just not enough, Andy, to come back and win the hockey game.
Yeah, I saw Jason. I'm sorry, I saw Jason Carey play a real strong second and third period, give his team a chance. 8 goals in the game and 7 scored in the first period. It's a little unusual, but nevertheless, come up one short again for the Brahmas.
Okay, we'll come back for a final word. 5-3 Cotton Kings on K-Star.
When the party is hot, look for the silver shine of a frost-brewed Coors Light.
Well, I've decided. Tonight's the night I'm going to pop the question.
So did you get the ring yet?
No. I had a better idea. I wanted to get her something that says, I'm really in this for the long haul. It's a train. What? I'm making a commitment here.
Friday, February 16th, join Dallas Mavericks Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash at the Fort Worth Convention Center for the Brahmas and the Lubbock Cotton Kings. The game starts with Nash and Nowitzki dropping the ceremonial first puck at 7:30. It will then be available for autographs during the game. Receive $3 off tickets at the Convention Center box office with any Mavs ticket stub. Or you can purchase $13 and $15 seats at all Metroplex Albertson stores. Or by calling Star Tickets at 888-597-STAR. That's Mavs Night with the Brahmas, February 16th.
What's in the bag, Howie?
Just some cool new stuff I got at Radio Shack. I love the changes they're making.
And you ought to know about change. You went from being a great football player to a great football commentator.
The stuff in the bag is mine, Terry.
Oh, and even with all the new brands at Radio Shack, there's still the same people good at answering questions and explaining things.
Yeah.
And even though you made the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
you're still the same you.
The stuff in the bag is still mine, Terry.
Radio Shack. You've got questions. We've got answers.
Final score tonight before 48-37, 4,837 at the Lubbock Coliseum. The Cotton Kings 5 and the Brahmas 3. Andy, we want to thank you. Tough night for the Brahmas.
Yeah, unfortunately, they got behind the 8 ball in the early stages of this hockey game, 5-2 after the first period. It really determined the outcome of this one. They just couldn't dig themselves out of that kind of hole. They had a great effort, and I don't think there's anybody who's going to be disappointed with the effort, but unfortunately, some of the execution in the early stages of the game really hurt the club, and that's something. if anybody's going to be disappointed with the effort, but unfortunately, some of the execution in the early stages of the game really hurt the club, and that's something the coach has got to address with the players. Encourage them and support them, and tell them the effort was there, but some of the execution has to be a little bit better in order to win hockey games.
Well, we want to thank Howard Zuckerman for helping put this broadcast tonight. Bill Blount up here, Tony Simonovich and the crew from Telfax, Jeff Bowerman up here in our broadcast booth, the entire crew from Channel 49. We appreciate all their support for getting this broadcast on the air tonight. And we just appreciate all the fans that have supported the Brahmas during these last few years. And we hope to have more and exciting hockey at the Fort Worth Convention Center for the rest of the year. Again, tonight's game has been brought to you by Chevrolet, the official car and truck of the Fort Worth Brahmas hockey team. Also by Train. It's hard to stop a train. Radio Shack, and of course the Radio Shack has been tremendous sponsors for the Brahmas. You've got questions, and we've got answers. And finally tonight, the Brewery Coors Light, the official beer of the Fort Worth Brahmas. Again, the final tonight, the Lubbock Cotton Kings 5 and the Fort Worth Brahmas 3. For Andy Moog, this is Mike Barrick saying so long from Lubbock.
Run, clock, run!
Reverend Dial Tone here for 1-800-4-A-PHONE, the good word and prepaid phone service. Now, I know a little bit about calling long distance. And with 1-800-4-A-PHONE, you get 2 hours of free long distance each month. Can I get an amen? That's 2 hours of free long distance each month from 1-800-4-A-PHONE. There's no deposit, no ID, no credit check. We don't care if you've sinned, so feel the power. Call 1-800-4-A-PHONE today. It ain't heaven, but it's close.
Welcome to the Bargain Center of North Texas, Justin, Texas. Bargains every day in every store. At Justin Discount Boots and Cowboy Outfitters, you'll find a phenomenal selection of Wrangler jeans in all sizes and styles at bargain prices. Men's Wrangler Cowboy Cut, Slim Fit, and Colored jeans. Thousands of pairs of ladies' Wrangler jeans in all styles and colors. Justin Discount Boots and Cowboy Outfitters, the world's largest Western wear outlet. Chances are, whatever you're looking for can be found at bargain prices in Justin, Texas. Only minutes away from the Metroplex. Come on out.